Chef Tony Matassa with BBQGuys.com. Today I'll be doing something for all of you chocolate lovers out there who also own a Kamado. I've got my Grill Dome fired up. I'll be doing flourless chocolate cakes. Some call them chocolate soufflés, some call them chocolate lava cakes. I've heard a lot of different names, but whatever you want to call them, they are incredible. It was one of the favorites of most of my customers, and it's basically my favorite dessert, and I make plenty of them. So let's get started. If you're interested in chocolate, stick around. You'll need about a stick and a fourth of a good quality diced unsalted butter. That's 10 tablespoons. And 5 ounces of also a good quality bittersweet chocolate, not semi-sweet or milk chocolate or anything else. You need bittersweet or it's not going to come out well. The next thing you want to do, you want to make sure that your Kamado is fired up to about 450 degrees. I did put the pan in for a little while earlier and then I pulled it out, let it cool down. It's just warm to the touch, but just to kind of activate the non-stick properties before you go putting everything in it. You don't have to do that part, it makes it a little easier. Now we have 3 whole eggs and 3 egg yolks. You want to whisk these just to blend. You're not trying to whip anything up here. And next, you want to add around a cup and a half of powdered sugar straight to your eggs. You want to blend this up. Once your sugar and your eggs are well incorporated, leave it be. And your next step is to take your chocolate and butter and basically melt them together. I'll be doing mine straight on the Grill Dome. You can melt yours however you'd like. All right, let's check it out. It's just about there. As you can see, all the butter's almost melted, and all we're looking to do is just incorporate it, you know, nothing special here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off now and just continue to stir it. Since it's black iron, it's gonna retain its heat, and that way I don't have to worry about overcooking it and separating the butter or any of those other little tricks. So we'll go ahead and take it off now. After taking your chocolate out, you need to make sure, you need to let it cool for about 15 minutes. So while it's cooling, you need to butter and flour 6 ramekins, just like this. And I'm going to show you, I have one left to do. All you need to do is take a little piece of butter, rub it around on the inside until it's all coated. And once you have everything coated, all you have to do is get you a little bench flour, just all-purpose flour. Sprinkle some towards the bottom. You want to do this over a plate or the sink or a pan like I'm doing, something, or you'll get flour everywhere. Unless you like to have flour everywhere, then it doesn't matter. All you have to do is shake it around and then just kind of rotate it and shake, and that will get the flour to stick anywhere there is butter, which should be everywhere if we did the first part properly. I'm going to tap it around a little bit to loosen any flour up. And then once you're done, turn it upside down, give it a few taps, and it knocks out the excess, and you're left with a clean, floured, buttered and floured surface, just like that. Since your chocolate will still be a little warm, you do want to go kind of slow in the beginning, adding the chocolate in with the sugar and the eggs, because you don't want scrambled eggs. Unless you're trying to make scrambled eggs, and I think that's a whole different show from what we're doing today. And believe me, this is much better than scrambled eggs anyway. So this isn't nearly as much work as it should be for as good as this dessert is. I don't know how it works out that way. Usually, the great desserts take incredible amounts of time, energy, skill, and every other thing you can think of to put together. All right, half of a cup of all-purpose flour added to this mixture. At this point, you have 2 options. Once you have the stuff incorporated, you can either put it in a sealable container and put it in your refrigerator for a day, no longer than, I wouldn't go longer than 2 days, and then when you're ready to use it, just remove it from the refrigerator, do what we're about to do in a little while, put it in your ramekins, and bake it. You don't even have to wait. You don't have to wait the 20 or 30 minutes as usual. You might want to wait maybe 10 minutes, but you do have to cook it a little bit longer, or bake it. We're about to bake these for 10 to 11 minutes because we're doing them immediately. But if you take them from the refrigerator, you need to probably bake them for about 13 to 15, 16 minutes, something like that. Until you've done this a few times, you may want to pre-separate your batter 6 ways so that you know you have the exact amount and how much that is, at least probably your first time or second time or so, just so you can kind of see where it should be. And you don't, because if you overfill them, you're not going to have good results, and same if you underfill them, or underfill some of them, you're going to have a dry chocolate cake instead of the gooey, incredible stuff that this is supposed to be. Once you have all your ramekins filled, you're ready to pop them in either your Kamado or your oven at home. And I'm going to try to get out of your way here to show you. All you do is set them in here. About 10 to 11 minutes, those will be ready. The flourless cake should be ready to come off. They're looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and remove them. And we'll let them cool down just a bit, and then I'll show you how you remove these guys. After around 5 minutes, once the cakes have cooled slightly, all you have to do is get a short blade knife and carefully, gently, you're going to have a little patience with this, but trust me, it's worth it. You just run your knife around, just like that. And at this point, it's cool enough to where you can continually touch it just sort of like that without burning yourself. Then you get some sort of a saucer, and you just want to turn it over like that. Give the bottom a tap just in case it's a little stuck on the bottom. And then you may have to use 2 hands. I could feel that it was slipping just now, depending on if you ended up getting any butter on the outside or flour. You never know what it is, but if it's a little slippery, you might want to use both hands. And you should be able to, you want to go almost straight up so that you don't smash the cake or beat it up more than it needs to be. Now let me show you. When you take a spoonful out of there, that's what you're going to get. It comes oozing out. And that is why those cakes and those desserts taste incredible. Here they are, all plated. All they need now is a little ice cream, maybe some fresh berries on top. I really enjoyed sharing my favorite dessert with you today. I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned a little something and that you'll at least try it. It's an excellent dessert, very easy to make, and I can't say enough about it. I know I've had it plenty, more times than I'd like to admit at least. But for anyone who's noticed, anybody who pays good enough attention and noticed that one of the original 6 is missing, I have to apologize. I couldn't wait the 5 minutes in between the cooling period and showing how to release it from the ramekin. I had to eat it. So I apologize for that. Thank you for watching today. Remember, the Grill Dome, you can cook anything on it. Flourless chocolate cake. I've barbecued everything on it. I've smoked on it. You can cook anything on that. If you're looking for one, at BBQGuys.com, we smoke the competition.